CVA's AccuraSeries, Agara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
All right, guys, this segment's being sponsored by Courtney's Restaurant and Catering. You guys can find them at 4066B North Mount Juliet Road in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Or give owner Tom Courtney a call for all your delivery or catering needs at 615-754-7548. All right, welcome back to the studio. We're going to go ahead and leave the phone lines open for you. If you would like to call in, you can still call 615-737-7767. Randall, before we went to that last break, we're just hitting on something about the state of Tennessee and some things that we had learned about the doves in Tennessee. Our winters don't get too terribly bad here, especially now. And through studies, it has been proven time and time again that a lot of doves stay here. They stay here all winter. Yeah. And now they may come here for the winter and go back up to Canada or something if they're in that region, because another thing is they will go back to the same nest. Something else that is pretty unique to doves, if they nested there 3 years ago, then they did it 2 years ago, and that last year, and they're going to be back that same nest this year. But a lot of birds will stay in the state of Tennessee. They'll stay here, they'll breed here, they live their whole, the majority of their lives here. They may push a little south during a big winter storm or something we may have, and come right back up. Yeah, the fact that they can do as many as 6 clutches a year. I never knew that at all, you know. But when you can take just a little over a month and hatch, lay the eggs, hatch them out, and send them on the way. Yeah, and they're flying. That's pretty quick. It's a quick turnaround. So every couple of months they do that, and there are millions of doves, nationwide. So you figure 10 to 12 hatched, per each of those. That's why our population stays so high.
Like 400 something million.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there are millions of doves nationwide. And our dove here in Tennessee, some of you may know, some may not, but the main dove that we're hunting is called a mourning dove. And but now there's been a lot more of your collared doves, your Eurasian collared doves have been showing up the last couple of years too. Steve Turpin, I was trying to think of his name, makes the turkey calls. He was on a hunt in Arkansas this past week, and he shot 13 birds, 7 of them were collards. Yeah. And there's no limit on collared doves. It's not a 15 limit like it is with mourning doves. You've got a 15 bird limit. But collared doves, they're not native here, and there's no limit on them. He shot about that many collards, didn't he? Yeah, he did. He was up in the 20s of the birds and like 13. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it's 20-something birds and 13 collared doves. Yeah. But that's becoming more and more common. I've heard of some being shot here locally in Middle Tennessee this year. Now, we didn't have any off our fields. Not this year. We didn't. We had before over at Bubba's place. But that's become a lot more common. But the majority of the doves that we see are mourning doves. Oh yeah. And then you get down into more southern regions, like south in Texas and areas like that, you got what's called a white-winged dove. And I've never hunted them. I would like to someday. One of these days I'd like to find myself in Argentina on one of those hunts that Mr. Randall was talking about the other day at our dove shoot. That would be a great time to get to go do that sometime. And we'll probably, hopefully, one of these days happen, you know what I mean? But now, the other day, we got to give Randall a little bit of ribbon here. You flat wore him out shooting the other day, didn't you? Oh man, I didn't know you were going to do this.
Let me tell you something. That made my day. I've been on a duck field a whole lot with my daddy, and for everybody that is telling me that he let me, don't steal my thunder, just let me have it.
You finally got that day. That day finally came, didn't it?
I earned that.
No, I just kind of wanted to hit on that because you have been out there your whole life doing
I love
this.
It. It's my favorite.
Just like my daughter, everyone has been seeing her on videos for years now, and that's all she's ever known. Yeah, and she hung out with me that day. Yeah. And everyone I'd come back, she'd be like, yeah. Like, she wouldn't even give me a shot. I know, she was just cutting you off over there, wasn't she? I couldn't even get a shot. I'm sitting there, here it comes.
and all of a sudden just a puff of feathers. There's those little.
Her and Devin was over there holding down the fort.
Yeah,
all you
yeah,
had to do was
We
Devin,
got
that
lucky.
was-
They was
yeah.
just flying right at us.
Yeah,
I was having a lot of fun watching that.
yeah,
It was
they were.
fun. That was a fun day.
Yeah, it was. Well, and you were giving us a hard time, but not, well, don't put me on the camera. So, well, when you kill half the birds on the field, you're going to end up on the camera. You know, that's just how it works.
That's my cross to bear, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, but even with all of the hunting and the amount of birds that are taken every year, though, the populations maintain
They're still there.
extremely
Oh,
high, and they just thrive here. You know, they
yeah.
thrive throughout the United States.
They're the only bird that's
Canada.
in every 50, in all 50 states, including Hawaii. They're the only one.
They're everywhere. I mean,
That are
again,
native.
you know, from Canada to a lot of them end up in Argentina and Chile. I mean, there's a large span for doves, and I think it's pretty neat just being part of the, you know, the migration as they come through here. Because like Randall hit on, some do migrate. I mean, they do come down here from
Yeah.
Canada and Michigan, further northern areas. So, well, guys, I tell you what, I told you that we were going to be doing a giveaway tonight, and we're about to do that right now. So I've got in my hand 3 packs of Yankum jigs. These are all from Yankum Custom Tackle. And if you are our 5th caller, 615-737-7767, you could be the winner of these 3 packs of jigs right here and be ready to go for your fall bass fishing. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.